gone down and out though, but right now he's still surviving. DRS is inside the circle, but from the back lines, you see Stalwart. I want to see how Stalwart plays this one. That's the question, but no!
Oh.
Before all these things, Rick takes down Jiggle.
That one's got hurt right there. Jiggle was completely surrounded. DRS on one side, Raw on the other. Nowhere left to go for him. And I think Raw now have their attention focused on the lads of DRS. Rick finding another opening for his team on the other side though. Stalwart Esports, it looks like Savage might be the team taking the exit in a few short moments. As Stalwart Esports doing is the action, but action is going to be taken out by Hustler. So the backstab was already set up, but the trade comes in for Stalwart Esports. Pika with a wrap, they've already lost Cry, so it's up to Pika and top to bring their team out of this tough situation. Sancheer, look at him climbing on top of the rock, takes a lot of damage, almost down to 20 HP. They could have found this opening, but talking about openings, look at that. Skylight Gaming in a world of trouble as Seal Esports managed to finish off AJ in the collision between the two squads. And Skylight Gaming not having a good day will be wiped out from the game. Mafia Ninja, the last player of the team, is going to be completely finished off. The 13th placed finish for Skylight Gaming. I think again just having trouble adjusting
Stalwart.
to what is going on with the rest of the teams. But
Yeah.
I think Stalwart Esports, they are not having any trouble. They are still holding 3-man strong.
But I believe they are not in a good position. They are not at all in a good position.
The hat-trick is not going to happen.
Yeah, that might not happen. Look at the nades that are coming up from Savage's players as they take down one. Stalwart is in the wrong spot now. No amount can just save them. Action is low on his HP. Pika just trying to survive in all these situations. Needs were coming on them. If they survive from this one, it would be the miracle that happens. But well, will that miracle happen? That's the question. Hustler follows down. Sancheer's Molotov takes down Hustler and Pika takes down but he's burning. He is burning, all thanks to Sancheer. One Molotov to take his teammate down, the other one to just take the team of Stalwart out.
That was such a good fight between those two teams, but the action is not going to stop. IHC have been caught off guard by the players of 7 Seas. Godless has been taken out. Alex is down on his knees. It's up to IC and Zeol, and the utility being tossed out by Precious is going to find more knocks. One more man out. It's the last player. Zeol in the blue zone. Look at him hiding behind the tree, slowly bleeding out, and even he realized that the fate that awaited him, he couldn't avoid it in any other way.
Yeah.
IHC taking an exit. Top 9 teams, 30 players still alive. And Seal Esports, I think, the revenge that they wanted, the story that they wanted to write for themselves against Stalwart Esports, it's going to be a success. 3 players strong, 7 eliminations already secured. Their position in the circle is quite nice. So they're doing a phenomenal job, but Venom Legends surrounded and they're getting flanked by 2 different teams, 1952 in one side and 7C Esports on the other. So it's going to be quite difficult for Venom Legends to move around.
They have good number of eliminations for themselves, 7C right now, just to the when you talk about the start. But Seal definitely has a notch up for themselves. 7 eliminations, all the 3 players. Seal and Savage as well, 7 eliminations and only 3 players surviving for them as well. These two teams needs to they need to understand that these they only have 3 players, but 1952. Now looks like things are turning bad for them as Entry follows up as well, and now it means 1952 has 1, in fact none surviving for them, and they mark another exit.
8 teams remain. Sancheer trying to see if he can force the fight against the lads of DRS, but 1v3 in a situation like this is not advisable. So Sancheer has been picked off. I think just 1 nade and he's going to go down. Savage Esports, again, the earlier fight that they took, or well, the trouble that they were put in just delayed their rotation too much. So quite an easy elimination for DRS to hand out, and now they refocus on their own position. Oh, important knock. Oh, just barely missing out, I think, but still Delta has done good enough for his teammates to be allowed the opportunity to move forward a little bit closer to the edge of the circle. And if they can finish off the squad of Raw, I think DRS, they will go on to win the chicken dinner in this game, but I think even they are losing out on those bodies. It's a 3v3 between the 2 teams. 7C Esport still holding their ground against the other lads. But what is this rotation assault? Quite an easy knock being secured.
What a knock coming down from Assault. You saw him just taking down the head, in fact,
Yeah.
of his opponent out of the lobby. And now Demo is just on the other side. As he's trying to spot down a few players. He thinks that there is someone in that smoke. That's why he's just crouching down. He understands that there might just be someone on that area. Delta, meanwhile, take down one from Raw, and that is Kazi. He's down now. Raw will have to take up a fight against DRS's players that are surviving. In fact, a player that is surviving. Look at DRS, only 1% win, ratio coming up for them, win percentage coming up for them. And these nades, these dribbles were there, but Rick with his own grenade takes down Delta, and DRS is out as well.
Well, DRS getting eliminated from this match. We are down to the top 6. 19 players still alive. Train to Kill still holding strong, even though they have lost Sandesh, Jane, Legend, and Suyok. They are still surviving, and they have control of an isolated edge of the circle. So if they keep their heads down close to the ground, I think they do have a possibility of making it into the top 3. But I think they also want to secure those elimination points while they're at it. Seal Esports, they were trying to create some cover, and the shots were fired from the lads of T2K. So they've pretty much given away their information, their position inside the match. 7C Esports, Ripson going for the shots on Venom Legends on the slope. They have the advantage of being inside the circle, so I think that is what 7C need to focus on. But they were too distracted by the fact that Venom Legends were the ones moving around, and they wanted to finish them off. And in turn, Venom Legends, they get inside the circle, have the smoke slayed out, the vehicles are going to be there, and 7C Esports might just be the team taking the next exit, as now they get stuck right on the very edge of the circle, and they will be pinned down when they try to move in.
There will be. Now 7C is definitely just trying to go against all the odds. But look at where the Legends players, as a few nades just coming up from the sky, are taking down the players as well. 7C looks like they know where their opponents are. But well, they might just not be able to face them as they are being taken down as well. But Akujov's nade takes down one from Venom, and that is Rapat as he follows up with another nade to finish Rapat right now, getting a grenadier tag onto himself. 17 players alive, 6 teams surviving. T2K's Legend is getting a few shots on him, but now it looks like he's safe. No, maybe not, as there are a few more shots just coming down onto his leg, but still he survives. 7C's players, they're trying to move forward again. A few shots definitely just arrived on them, but now they're trying to get inside that zone with their own teammates. Looks like they have a good place for them.
I mean, Rick should have just kept on going the first time he pressed the trigger, but he won't have the next opportunity because he's going to be blown to smithereens with a nade from the lads of Seal Esports. 7C Esports, as I said earlier, the pin down is going to be here. 2 players knocked out. Suyog on the flank, and Legend with a clear line of fire available to him can at any point turn up the heat for the lads of 7C Esports. But Seal Esports, 2 out in the open, 2 overexposed. They also get punished. Anyone who presses the trigger is going down instantly, so it's better to not shoot, I guess. But oh, bad advice. Train to Kill, they were trying to avoid the collision, trying to go for a revive on the teammates, but 7C Esports, jukega nahi, just steps out from behind the smoke like a smoke criminal and takes out the lads. It's down to the top 4. 11 players still alive. Seal Esports, a team that had a massive advantage a few moments earlier, are struggling right now to recover.
Let's see what Seal can do in this one. Now it's the question if the third one will come to the Mongolian lands or not. That's the question that we'll have to ask in the situation, as Team Seal, they are trying to find out a good place for themselves again and again. And Venom on the other side is trying to find out their own spot for themselves, as it's just one lad surviving. Raw, they are having a momentum for themselves, although they lost 1 player, but they have 8 eliminations. That shows the way they want to play, but peekaboo, there was a nade, although he's still surviving. What is happening? Come on, take him down!
Did the nade bounce on him?
The nade bounced off that, what's that? That buggy's back. And that's why it just, went to the left-hand side, just, dealing less of a splash damage. Although now, 7C's on the other side. It looks like they have been spotted down by a lot of teams, as they are just, trying to understand where the players are, because the players will have to move out in the open. 7C, they had a brilliant position for themselves, but looks like they lost it as a circle in the final movements. It moved away from them, and if Team Seal, just takes away the opportunity from Raw, that will mean that they'll win, because 7C has to move around from the open areas when Legends don't have that much players. Seal has that place. The only thing that they have to take down is the players from Raw that are quite close to them, but it looks like the players will be taken down from 7C right now. Team Seal is looking really good. They have more and more number of defeats for themselves. Eliminations, if we talk about it for themselves, 12 to be precise. I believe 13 right now. And now Team Raw just right ahead of Seal.
Well, Raw, their priority right now is going to be to initiate those revives for themselves and try and see if they can recover and bring the situation back to a 3v3 rather than just take the fight
Look at
against a
this.
2v3 or a 1v3 situation. But look at Ale, he's so smart. He knows these two teams outnumber him, outgun him, and he's just going to keep his head down. But Mama God, with a nade, an impressive nade, is going to be able to take down Wally. It's up to Leo and Demo to try and secure this chicken dinner, try and bring the third one home for the Mongolians. Demo tries to stand up, go for the shots. They know the two lads are pinned down behind the shack, but they don't know where Kazi is, just thrown out, crawling into the grass, just trying to get a flank on. And I think if they go too wide, then the point of concern does become will Ale spot you out. Demo is just literally moving towards Ale's direction. I think Demo will be the first man to get taken out because there are these patches that are open, and look at that. I think that's the game, ladies and gentlemen. Seal Esports, not much left to do. Demo is going to be finished off. Even though Ale has given away his position, he has just handed the match, the victory over to the lads of Raw. They outnumber Seal Esports now 3-1, but still the game can switch positions. Mama God being a little too over eager, climbing on top of the shack to see if he can spot out a few of the lads from the side of Seal Esports. And again, taking those shots, trying to get some extra information for his team. They just want to go for the cleanup now, Raw Esports.
Look at this, the circle's closing up, and after this it's going to be just 30 seconds, and then the night circle will be coming up. But right now, Team Seal just trying to move forward. Their helmets, their vests, all gone, all red. Red means danger, but will they mean danger? That's the question right now. Venom's Ale just changing the fate and giving it out to Robert. Look at that Wally as he takes down one. Ghazi is down and out. A Molotov being thrown onto the sidelines of Assault, but looks like the Molotov did not hit him exactly. That elimination will be sealed by Wally. Does not have a backpack though. That's the question now. If he just needs something else. But Leo is looking in the left-hand side. That's where Ale is. Mama God just trying to move with the circle. This is a very important game. A 2-on-1-on-1 situation, 2-on-1-on-2 situation, which is down to a 2-on-2 situation. Seal. Robert, what just happened? Wally will seal the deal for Team Seal as the third one comes down to Mongolian Sands. Mongolian lands as Team Seal. They get 1,000 for them in the bag.
And